Hi everyone, my name is Jen and I am the Backcountry Stitcher, and this is my second Flosstube video. I'm really excited about today because I have a project that I finished a little while ago that just came back from the framers. So I do have an FFO to show you. So I'm going to do that first. And then I'm going to show you my whips. It's been about 2 weeks since my last video, and I have actually made some pretty good progress. I think I've had some really good stitching days to work on my whips. So I have 4 of those to show. And then at the end of this video, I am looking for a little bit of help. I really want to start a heaven and earth design, and I have 2 designs that I've been looking at, and I am just not sure which one to go with. So I will show you the pictures of both of them, and then if you can leave me a comment in the comment section, that would be great, and let me know which one you think I should start. I will also put right here, I'm going to put the time of when that part starts. So if you just feel like scrolling through and you don't want to watch the entire video to get to the end, that's totally okay. But that is going to be the really important part that I need help with. So jump to this time point. And if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I have been having a lot of fun already just meeting new people and reading comments. It has been so great. So anyway, let's get started. So this project took me about 1.5 years to complete. It is a dimensions kit. I did put it down for a little while because I got super frustrated with it, but I am so happy I finally finished it. So I'm going to turn my ring light off, so the lighting's going to get a little different because I don't want you guys to get the glare. So let me just do that. And this is called In Her Garden. And here she is. Is she not gorgeous? So like I said, this is a dimensions kit. You can actually still get it on Amazon. So she just came out absolutely stunning, and I am so happy with the framing. It's hard to tell, but I did do a triple matte on her with a light green and ivory and then a darker green. And then I actually did a double frame. I couldn't find the exact right frame that I wanted, so I just took 2 frames and put them together. But she just came out absolutely stunning. I am just beyond pleased with this. I have to give a big shout out to my LNS who did the framing for me. I am in Salt Lake City, Utah, and there is an LNS here called Craft Center of Fine Stitchery. It's a great shop. Lovely women that run it, and they just have such a good eye. They helped me out quite a bit with this, and if you're in the Salt Lake City area, definitely stop by. So yeah, so that's my FFO. I don't know where she's gonna go yet, but I'm sure I will find a place so I can look at her all day. I love her. Hope you guys enjoy that. Okay, so in no particular order, I have 4 whips. Let me turn this back on. I have 4 whips going. And so I want to show you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the picture of what it's supposed to look like. And then I will try to insert a picture of where I was last week, which honestly, there's only 2 of those because the last time I filmed, I had only started 2. So if I have a previous picture, I will put it in. So the first one I have to show is this Amaryllis in Bloom. This is a Dimensions Gold Collection Petite. It is, unfortunately, I do not believe they print this anymore. I found this on eBay completely randomly, and I am so happy I did. It's absolutely beautiful. So I started this. This is a new start for me since the last video, and this is how far I've gotten. So ignore the hoop lines. I don't iron them before this because it just takes a lot of time. So I've been working pretty much on all green thread, but they're all different colors of green, and there's actually some blended green in there. And I really am enjoying it. Now, the interesting thing about Dimensions kits is they do a lot of back stitching. So this kind of looks like a blob right now, but once the back stitching is put in place, it'll look like several stems. And I got some of these little leaves down here. So yeah, so that one is going well. The only thing I am trying to decide, and maybe you guys can help me, is in the picture, so there's this border here, which is all silver cord and it's all couched. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I'm already starting to have a little bit of anxiety about doing it because they all have to be symmetrical and the same. And I just don't know if I'm going to be able to. So my thought is to maybe leave that border out potentially and do a more ornate frame with it. Make it a little bit more like a museum type display, I guess. So let me know your thoughts. I don't think I'm going to decide until I get all the stitching done, and then we will kind of see how it looks and go from there. But just couching all of this silver cord is making me a little bit nervous already. So that is Amaryllis in Bloom. So the next one is also a new start for me. And I showed you guys this last time, but it's called Drake Warrior Kitty, and it is by the Cross Stitch Studio. It's absolutely adorable. It is just so cute, and I'm so excited to have this finished and framed, but I am very far from that. So first of all, I shared this on my Instagram, but I spent hours sorting thread and pre-cutting them, but the color palette, and excuse how kind of messy it is, the color palette I really love. It's just kind of these muted browns with blues in there. So I really like it. Now, I do want to mention these floss drops. I had been having trouble finding floss drops that I liked, but I knew I wanted to use floss drops. So I actually made these myself, and I want to shout out Needleberry Stitcher. I'll put a link to the video in the description where she talks about how she makes these, but it's basically using specialized hole punches to make the tags and then to punch out the little holes. And so far it's been working really well. It's on cardstock. So I will continue to keep you guys posted on how this works out, but I will put a link in the description to where she talks about her floss organization, and she does go into how she organizes how she makes these, I should say. So I worked on this pretty much all last weekend. This is going to be mostly a weekend project, but this is how far I got. And you can see the ear, the tip of the ear of the little kitty. Now I am doing what can only be described as a diagonal cross-country method with parking. So I will work just in one diagonal with one color, and I'll do all the instances of that color. The background, I have kind of a top and bottom section because I didn't want to jump over all of this, but I will use all the instances of one color, and then I will go over to the next column and park it. And I'm kind of doing down one diagonal and then up the other. My stitches aren't going to be as neat as the people that do kind of the individual stitches, like stitch by stitch. I just don't have the patience for that. So, and this has been a really good way, because if you watched my last video, I was really nervous about threading the needle. This has been a good way to not have to thread the needle as much, and I am getting better at it, so that is helping. But I am really excited to continue working on this piece, and this is actually what I'm going to work on when I finish filming. So yeah, so there's the little ear. And the other thing I just want to mention, and I don't know if you can see, but I'm hoping it'll focus, just in that center part of the ear that's brown, there's so many different colors. There's greens and reds and mahoganies, but it all comes out when you look back, kind of this really just realistic brown color. So I'm just really amazed at how that happens, and seeing this come together with all of these crazy colors going on. But so far, so good. All right. So that is my warrior kitty, and it's called Drake Warrior Kitty, but I feel like he needs a different name. I don't really like the name Drake. So if you guys have any suggestions, definitely leave me a comment. So the other one, this one I started and showed you guys in my last video. This is my Mill Hill kit, where I am going to, once I get the stitching done, I'm going to try beading. This is what it is going to look like. And I kind of jumped the gun. I bought the frame. because I said, I'll finish this, definitely. So I already have the frame for it. So I worked on this quite a bit. I'm going to insert a picture here of what it looked like last time. And actually, this picture was taken about an hour after I filmed my last video, because I forgot to take a video of it right after or right before, or a picture of it, I should say. So I did have a little bit more work on it than I showed you guys last time. So I will show you that picture. And then this is where I got to. And let me actually see if I can put that behind there. So there's the little bird, and with his little wings and tail. Now, my husband was like, why does he have one feather as a wing? I was like, no, those are a bunch of little feathers. I think it'll look better once there's going to be all beading in here. But I love the branches. I love the little curly Q. And I love, this is like a little flower that's going to be there. So I think it's going to be really cute. I did kind of mess this up a little bit. I miscounted something. So I was one short here, and I think what I did was I just added one stitch to the branches on either side, and I think it'll be fine. So there's that. Okay, so I had a little technical difficulty for just a second, so I'm going to move on to my last whip, which is my Arches National Park whip. And I have actually been working on this quite a bit because this is the one my husband is most excited about. So I want to get this done for him. I will insert a picture here of what it looked like last time. And here it is today. Oops, let me get that up there. So I got quite a bit done, actually. Last time I had done all of the sky here, and I had done just a little bit of the sandstone over here, but I got quite a bit. I'm actually almost, I think I'm about, Pattern Keeper says I'm about 45% done. So I've made quite a bit of progress on this, and you can see there's this big arch and this little arch, and there's gonna be more stone formations over there. So this has been coming along really nicely. And I think I mentioned in my last video, the reason I really like this is because my husband and I love national parks. That is where the backcountry part of my stitching name came from. And well, I should say hiking and backpacking is where it came from, but we love hiking and backpacking our national parks, and we actually live in Utah, so this just seemed like an appropriate project to do. So that is that. Those are all the whips that I have, all the ones that I've worked on. So now for the part that I need help with. So, excuse me. I have two designs, and like I said, they are both Heaven and Earth designs, and they're not super different. The color palettes are actually pretty similar, but I do need some help. I really just can't decide which one to do or to get started on. So the first one is something called The Arrival of Spring, and it's by Natasha Chora. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And this is that picture. So I just really love this. It's so beautiful and so light and airy, and with the birds, and she's got a little nest in her hair. So I'm absolutely in love with this one. It's just stunning. So that is the first one. Now the second one, a lot of you guys may have seen this one because it's actually one of Heaven and Earth Design's free patterns. I happened to look at their free patterns and I saw this one and I said, I really, really like that. So I downloaded it. So it's called Disintegration, and it's by Stephanie Puman Law. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is that design. So it's a dragonfly kind of disintegrating, and I really love the colors. I think it would be an interesting one to stitch because the other one has quite a bit of background in it, which is great. That's, you know, nice and easy doing background, but this one's got a lot more changes in it. I don't know. So I really like this one as well. So if you can leave me in the comments which one I should do, you can just say spring or dragonfly. Let's see if I got those both in there. That would be great. And let me know. And like I said, I'm also going to put a poll on Instagram. Once I figure out how to put a poll on Instagram, I think I can do it. The Steel City Stitchers actually did a tutorial on how to do that. So I will do that. And if you want to just leave me a comment, and please just leave a comment to say hello. If you subscribe, that would be great. I really want to meet new people and have people to talk about cross stitching with, because I don't have people in my everyday life to talk about it with. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got a little bit of stitching done, and I will be back hopefully in another 2 weeks and to give you more updates on my progress. I think that the Heaven and Earth design one, I will probably, whichever one wins, I think I will pick a winner in a week. I will I'll probably spend the next month like kitting it up and everything, so I don't think I'm going to get started on that right away, but I will have more progress on the ones that I have been working on, and I may have a new start too. There's a small linen piece, or a small piece I want to do on linen, so stay tuned for that, because we'll see how that goes. I've never stitched on linen before. I'm really excited. The other thing is my next video, I am going to have kind of more of a haul. I have ordered a bunch of stuff and I am just waiting on it to arrive. I have some things now, but I figured I'd do it all together in my next video. So thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate it. Please remember to like and subscribe, and please leave a comment. Thank you. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Y'all take care. Bye.